All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the positive Israel, aka the positive great millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. So, as our title reads, I got it from this article, which came out, I think that's today, December 27th, this is actually 3 hours ago. And this is from Reuters, yeah. And it says, Russia warns the United States against possible nuclear testing under Trump. So that just puts some more of the gasoline to the fire of World War III. Russia versus America, China, so on and so forth. Man, you got everybody's preparing for war. And you have for years. I remember when I was coming up early on in the truth and just hearing in my early days of life, early years of adulthood or whatever, they're saying that, oh, World War III will never happen in this lifetime, or nuclear war will never happen in this lifetime. Oh, that won't happen in our lifetime. We won't see that. That's what people used to say. People used to say that. People still say that, but now I don't hear people saying it that much because now, as you can very well see, everybody's preparing for World War III. All right, and we already had 2 world wars, and a couple lifetimes already. You know, actually one lifetime because you had people. Well, you know, the early 1900s into the mid 1900s. You had World War I and World War II. Now we're in World War III because that's what the first World War was. What, like almost 80 years ago now. You know what I'm saying? 1945, 46, around that time. You know what I'm saying? So we talk about almost 80 years ago. So it's 80-year-olds walking around here. There's 90-year-olds walking around here. So if we get right into this article, it says Russia's point man for arms control cautioned Donald Trump's incoming administration on Friday, which is today. It says against resuming nuclear testing. Resuming nuclear testing. So basically, Russia is telling America to chill out on that nuclear testing once Trump gets in office. I guess Biden wasn't really doing too much. But anyway, it says saying Moscow would keep its own options open amid what he said was Washington's extremely hostile stance. Because what is the hostile stance implying of? Isn't America helping Ukraine fight against Russia as we speak? Giving them weapons, giving them all this military aid. That's one of the hostile stances, man. It says the resumption of testing by the world's 2 biggest nuclear powers will usher in a new and precarious era nearly 80 years since the United States tested the first nuclear bomb at Alamogordo, New Mexico in July 1945. In July 1945, that was the first time they tested a nuclear bomb in 1945. We're now in 2024. So if you had if America made it to 2045, that would have been 100 years. Okay, but continuing on. It says Russia, the United States, and China are all undertaking major modernizations of their nuclear arsenals, just as the arms control treaties of the Cold War era between the Soviet Union and the United States crumbled. The Cold War was what, the 1960s? My parents were born in the 1960s. So in that time, Russia and America almost went to war back then. So you have people on the earth right now to where America and Russia almost went to war. That's still on the earth. Okay? It says, in an explicit signal to Washington, Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov, who oversees arms control, that's a Russian guy, said Trump had taken a radical position on the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, CTBT, during his first term. It said the international situation is extremely difficult at the moment. The American policy in its various aspects is extremely hostile to us today. Ryabkov was quoted as saying in an interview with Russia's Kommersant newspaper. It says, so the option for us to act in the interest of ensuring security and the potential measures and actions we have to do this. And to send politically appropriate signals does not rule anything out. Does not rule anything. So they're talking about nuclear war. They're talking about nuclear weapons, nuclear bombs. America going to test some. They say that Russia's warning not to test them. Russia testing some. Iran is testing. Everybody's testing nuclear arms. And everybody's getting their nuclear arms, their arsenal more. on the ready. But here it is, you got people talking about, oh, that would never happen in our lifetime, but yet they're preparing in our lifetime. How many more years do you think it's going to go by until these things is shot off somewhere, man? It ain't going to be like it's going to be like another 100, 200 years, and then we're going to use it. No, the people, the leaders, the heathen, the Gentiles that's getting ready for war now, they're going to go to war. They're already at war. You're going to have more and more wars start and happen. And you're going to have America pushing out their, sending out their troops more and more to overseas. It says, during Trump's first 2017 to 2021 term as president, his administration discussed whether or not to conduct the first U.S. nuclear test since 1992, the Washington Post reported in 2020. In 2023, President Vladimir Putin formally revoked Russia's ratification of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, CTBT, bringing his country into line with the United States. It said the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty was signed by Russia in 1996 and ratified in 2000. The United States signed a treaty in 1996 but has not ratified it. It says there are fears among some... hold up. Let's see what the word ratify means. Give some pretext. Because it said Russia ratified it, but America didn't. See what they got for ratify. The word ratify means confirm, approve, validate by formal act of approval, confirm, approve, very best about it. Approval. Certain, valid. So, here you got America being the hypocrites they are. So, it says, so remember, the word ratify means approve, basically, right? So it says the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty was signed by Russia in 1996 and approved in 2000. The United States signed a treaty in 1996, but has not ratified it or not approved it. So so that's why they're giving that warning. So you better not test them, because you signed the treaty, but you didn't ratify it. But basically, it's basically saying, like, don't go back on your word. You signed the treaty. You signed a nuclear ban test treaty that in 1996, and Russia signed it in 1996. Oh, they both signed it in 1996, but Russia approved it in 2000, but America has not yet approved it. So basically, they're saying that they're warning America, so you better not test a nuclear bomb, because you signed a treaty that you wasn't. A nuclear ban test ban treaty. So that means that if America does test a nuclear missile, that means Russia's going to be well within the right to break that treaty as well. What the fuck? All right, clicked something by mistake. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it says there are fears among some arms control experts that the United States is moving towards a return to testing as a way to develop new weapons and at the same time send a signal to rivals such as Russia and China. It says Russia with 5,580 warheads and the United States with 5,044 are by far the world's biggest nuclear powers, holding about 88% of the world's nuclear weapons, according to the Federation of American Scientists. China has about 500 warheads. In the 5 decades between 1945 and the 1996 Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, over 2,000 nuclear tests were carried out, 1,032 of them by the United States and 715 of them by the Soviet Union, according to the United Nations. It says post-Soviet Russia has not carried out a nuclear test. The Soviet Union last tested in 1990, which I believe Putin wasn't president then. So it says Putin has said Russia would consider testing a nuclear weapon if the United States did. Last month, Putin lowered the threshold for a nuclear strike in response to a broader range of conventional attacks, and after Moscow said Ukraine has struck deep inside Russia with U.S.-made ATACM missiles, MS missiles. So here it is. This is what's going on. This is today. This article is from today, a couple hours ago. Everybody talk about nuclear tests, nuclear this, nuclear that. And it says, since the Soviet collapse in 1991, only a few countries have tested nuclear weapons, according to the Arms Control Association. The United States last tested in 1992, China and France in 1996, India and Pakistan in 1998, and North Korea in 2017. So you have all these countries that have been testing nuclear weapons. What did the Lord say about the daughter of Babylon? All they that bend the bow, spare no arrows. All these countries that are going to be able and have the capability to build nuclear weapons are going to shoot them at America, including their own damn allies. Think about that. Remember, the Lord said what? Those that live deliciously with thee. Those that dealt treacherously with thee, they didn't deal treacherously with you. Then they should deal treacherously with you when you don't deal treacherously. I believe that's in Isaiah. So that's pretty much the end of the article. So United States last tested in 1992. So in China and France in 1996, India and Pakistan in 1998, and North Korea in 2017. Now then North Korea just tested an ICBM missile and they put no nuclear whatever in it, but they tested an ICBM early November. I believe the same week as the U.S. presidential election. They tested an ICBM, and then after that, no, the week before that presidential election, and then I think the night night after the presidential election ended, America tested an ICBM. So now that makes me think of. Hold up. Got to go to it. So this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. And it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And that's what's happening right now. We've been proclaiming this among the Gentiles, and now they're proclaiming it for what? Proclaiming them to prepare war. And what are they doing now? Preparing war. Nuclear test here, ICBM test there, hypersonic missile test there. Oh, submarines this, aerial flight that, submarines that, drones this. All these nations, including America, they're all preparing for war, as the scripture said they would. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. Bro. Come on, bro. Oh, you motherfuckers. Anyway, excuse me. So, continuing on to Joel chapter 3, verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. Now, that's what's happening now. All these nations are assembling themselves. No, they're beating their plowshares into swords. What, getting their nuclear missiles ready? Nuclear missiles tests? You got Iran talking about they're talking about in a couple of days Iran can have some nuclear bombs, nuclear capable bombs. You got all this stuff. This is all happening in real time. This is real time reality within the last couple weeks, few days, and this is about a day. By the day, these nations are preparing more and more for nuclear war. All the nations, it said, proclaiming this among the Gentiles, prepare war. What are the nations doing? They're preparing war. And some nations are at war. Matter of fact, continuing on, Joel chapter 3, verse 11. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So what? They're all preparing for war, and they're assembling themselves. They're being clicked up. Everybody, they all getting ready. And the Lord said, what? For what are we supposed to do? Continue to speak on it and sit back and watch. The Lord said, what? Watch ye, wait ye upon me until I raise up to the prey. And that's what the Lord is doing right now. He's raising up to the prey every day. And every day he's getting his spirit riled up in these nations to go to war. Because how else is 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, going to come to pass? These nations have to go to war. They have to go to war with each other. The Lord said these were going to be the things that was going to happen in the last days. Wars and rumors of wars. Verse 12 of Joel chapter 3 says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's what they don't understand. That's what Putin, that's what Trump, that's what Xi Jinping, whatever the fuck his name is, King Jong-un, the Ayatollah of Iran, all these leaders of the heathen nations, they don't understand that the one true living God is preparing them to go to war with each other and then go to war against his son YAHAWASHI. And then YAHAWASHI is going to put all them under subjection, and then it's going to be YAHAWASHI and the nation of Israel to rule on the earth forever after that. We're going to get immortality. We're gonna be put back at the top where we're supposed to be, man. And all you other nations are gonna serve us, man. But the way the Lord is gonna bring it is gonna have all you go to war with each other and destroy each other, and then he's gonna destroy you. And then he's gonna put you into captivity. Matter of fact, speaking of which, one of my faves. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 16. And it says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Who devoured us? All these heathens. How do you think all these heathens got rich? How do you think all these heathens got all this money to get all the shit that they doing right now? Through the slavery of the children of Israel. Because matter of fact, when you go up into Joel, the 3rd chapter of Joel, when you go up to the top of Joel chapter 3, verse 1, it says, for behold, in those days and in that time, which is coming up now, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. And it says, verse 2, I will also gather all nations. So all nations had a part in our downfall. All nations had a part in our captivity. That's why the Lord said every one of them shall go into captivity, because they all profited. They all was in cahoots with Esau. All right? It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, the people Israel, the nation Israel, the children of Jacob, the people that come from the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and starting with the elect of that bloodline. That's it. Because you got them rats over there in Israel. They will talk about Abraham. Yeah, you come from Abraham and you come from Isaac. But it was another man that came in that line of the covenant. And that was Jacob. And that's who you don't talk about. Because these motherfuckers know, man, and they know the jig is up. The Lord has already got his prophets out. The Lord already has his name out in the earth. The Lord has the names, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, going throughout the four corners of the earth, on the internet, on the highways and byways. Now you're done. We've remembered ourselves. That's what Esau didn't count. Esau counted on us never remembering ourselves. Esau counted on us never coming back to our true identity, which is being what? The children of Israel. And it says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. You got all nations. You got a lot of nations over there in the nation of Israel, not just Esau. You got them so-called Palestinians, those fucking Ishmaelites. That's not their land either. But yet, and they act, and the whole world is acting like Esau stole it from them. Y'all not part of. Remember, y'all the children of Isaac. Y'all the children of Abraham too, but you're not the children of Jacob. That land belongs to the children of Jacob, which you are not. Or you small hats, man. So you Palestinians ain't the children of Jacob, and you Edomites, you small hats, you're not the children of Jacob. You're the children of Abraham. You're the children of Isaac. You come from those two, but there's three. Matter of fact, and here's the proof. This is the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 13, and it reads, O ye seed of Israel, O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. That's verse 14. Verse 15, it says, be ye mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, right? Okay. Verse 16, it says, even the covenant which he made with Abraham and of his oath unto Isaac. Yeah, and they're still connected there so far, right? But there's another piece of it. Verse 17, and it says, and have confirmed, hold it, 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 17, and it says, and have confirmed the same to Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. So you Palestinian, so-called Palestinians, you Ishmaelites over there, you Amalekites over there, you Edomites, that's neither one of y'all's land, man. You hear this? You got the whole world crying for Palestine, talking about, yeah, that land rightfully belongs to the Palestinians. No, it don't. It belongs to the nation of Israel, the people that's not even there yet. Remember, the Lord said, well, I shall bring you back into your land. But he said, what? The other nations, they part of his land. So you got Ishmael there, you got Amalek there, and for a long time, they've all been coexisting in our land, which don't belong to neither one of them. That's why, when you go into, hold up, let's get it. Oh, that's, I think that's Psalms 83. Actually, I'm gonna start. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83. I'm gonna start at the top. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O YAHAWAH." Verse 2, it says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people." Who is thy people? And who is the people that he's talking about? The other nations. The other nations have taken crafty counsel against who? His chosen ones, the nation of Israel. And it says, thy people is the nation of Israel, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Verse 4, it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. That didn't happen with you, small hats. You still over there talking about, yeah, you're the children of Israel, you're the children of Israel. No one's cut you off. And here's another thing too, right? The Lord said that when the children of Israel were outside of the land, he said, I will bring you back. So that means you tell me that y'all waiting for the Messiah, right? They're waiting for the Messiah to deliver him out of the land of Israel and then to place him back? Is that what you're telling me? Because y'all in the land of Israel right now. You got the fatness of the earth. What do you need to be delivered from? You're not going to receive immortality. So you have other than that, you have nothing else to be delivered from. You're in the land of Israel. You're talking about you're waiting for the Messiah to come back and save you. So we're going to take you out of the land and put you where? The Lord said you wouldn't see the nation of Israel, wouldn't see the land of Israel until the Lord put him back. That you're going to Baruch the 4th chapter. Those people were carted out of that land and put into captivity, man. Where's the history? Where's the proof? And excluding that fucking cause shit. It says, verse 5 of Psalm chapter 83. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They're confederate against it. All these nations, all the global summits, UN summits, G20 meetings, all that shit is what? The other nations consulting against who? The children of Israel. Because why? The children of Israel is not in those meetings. The children of Israel have no stake in none of the world powers leaders. There's nobody to plead our cause. But that's what the Lord is going to be for. That's what Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is for. And he's pleading our cause as we speak. He's allowing us to speak his truth. He's put the Holy Spirit back on the nation of Israel and to select men. I was to be one of them. And from here on out, the Lord said what? We were going to prophesy against the kingdoms towards the end, except the apostles last. And now that the apostles are set up from the apostles of GMS on down to the men that preach in the truth and sincerity of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, now the whole world is, now Esau's world is crumbling. Now this kingdom is gone to shit. Excuse me. And here's the point right here. This is Psalms chapter 83, verse 6. It says the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes. Now, I was watching, actually another inspiration in this video. I actually want to do a video on it in Jeremiah, the 16th chapter. And it talks about the inherited lies, but it also talks about, yeah, that's what it was. The inherited lies. Because I've seen this video of this Amalekite, this small hat. He was in Israel, and he was basically talking about how, like, yeah, this land was promised to Abraham for us. And he said you have people from all over. He said you have people from Russia, people from China, and all over in the land of Israel. In the land of Israel. That's why the Lord said, they parted my land. If you're not of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you have no stock in the land of Israel. That land was given to a covenant and a blessing to us. And we haven't received it because we're still in captivity, waiting to be delivered by the true Mashiach, by the true Messiah, and his name is YAHAWASHI. You small hats or you top hat motherfuckers, you don't need to be delivered. Okay? And it says, I'm going to read that again. Psalm chapter 83, verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes. The Hagarenes is synonymous with the Ishmaelites, man. Hagar was what? Ishmael's mother. The daughter, the mother, the mother of the the son of the handmaid, Ishmael, which is also Abraham's son. But he wasn't of the covenant. Isaac was. That's what the Lord said, what? An oath, Abraham and the oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same law to Jacob. So the law that was given to Abraham, the law covenant that was made with Isaac, he transitioned it down to Jacob, and that's where the cutoff was. There was no other nation. No other nation was regarded under the Heavenly Father. He said, what? They're all vanity and less than nothing. The Lord said he shall smite the nations. That's the other nation. When Yahawashi come, he's going to smite the other nations. Matter of fact, let's get that. What's that? Revelation. No, it's 19. And where you at? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 15, and it reads, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, and with it should smite with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty God, of the Almighty who? Yahweh. That's what Yahawashi, who the world enemy called Jesus Christ, is coming back to do. They talk about he's coming back he's going to come back and put peace on earth, but how is he going to do it? He's going to smite the ones that have been messing up the peace on the earth, starting with Esau. Because he said the winepress, right? Isaiah 63 said he treaded the winepress alone. Who is this that come out of Basra? Who is this that would die? Who is this that come out of Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Esau is ruling the earth right now. For Esau at the end of the world, Jacob's the beginning of it that followed. Who's ruling now? Esau. Who destroyed the earth? Esau. Who's pushing out the alphabet gangs and the SME, the most stuff? Who else is pushing that? Who else is pushing that to making it to where the world has to accept it, or they're deemed evil, calling good evil and evil good? Who else is doing that? Esau. And first and foremost, who's oppressing the children of Israel the most? Esau. Remember the other nation, we was in slavery under the other nation too. They nowhere near did what Esau is doing to us now. That's why the Lord said, what? He the number one on the list. That's why he said he got a great slaughter in Basra, man. He got a great slaughter in Idumea. His sword shall be bathed. Matter of fact, speaking of which, I don't mean to be jumping all over the place, but see what the Lord is going to do. Because the Lord said in Amos chapter 9, verse 11, this is what he's going to do. And the Lord said, what? He shall smite the nations, right? Build up the house of the tabernacle of David, right? So in Amos chapter 9, verse 11, it reads, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. And that's what David was doing in the days of old, subduing the nations, right? That's what he did. And then when Solomon came, who was Yahawashi, the reincarnation, he did what? Had peace. Yahawashi is going to do the same thing and bring the peace again. Verse 12, Amos chapter 9, verse 12, and it says, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen, which are called by my name, save the Lord that doeth this. Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. He said Edom first. He mentioned Edom by name, and then all the heathen, and of all the heathen. So not just all you heathen, man. Ain't just Esau. Esau gonna have plenty of company, but Esau got his own cup he gonna have to drink, that other nation ain't gonna have to drink. And that cup is ultimately gonna be what? Extinction. And you're gonna be, you know how they talk about to be a so-called black man in America? So imagine being an Edomite man in the kingdom of Israel, in the kingdom of Yahawashi. An Edomite man, that's gonna be the worst thing you could ever be. The worst. Literally, the worst. You're gonna understand how you debase the men. And starting with you elites, you Rothschilds, you Bernsteins, you Rockefellers, all you central banking family men, Yahawashi, you number one on his list. No matter what you do, you could do all the bullshit you want. Yahawashi still got your number. It's still over for you. You're still going to do everything according to the will of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, whether you know it or not, or whether you like it or not. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's how it ends. That's your end. That's the future. You're gonna have these motherfuckers nuke each other. You're gonna run on the ground. Then you're gonna escape this, and then boom, you're gonna get put in captivity. Jeremiah 30:17. All they that devour thee shall be devoured. Who devoured us the most? You fucking Edomites, man, and starting with you elites. So you're gonna be the first to get devoured. You're gonna be the first to go into captivity. This all applies to y'all. You and the other nations. That's it. But I gotta get going though. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi BAHASHAM Kakadash. Double honors to the Pause of Israel, aka the Pause of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom, the third woe coming quickly. Amen. Hey, we just gotta keep our head on a swivel, keep trusting in Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, and we go from there. Shalom.